So I love motivation. I think it's an amazing thing, but I don't think it is enough most of the time for a lot of people. It can be fleeting. It can come and go. There can be times when we find a wave or a groove and we're in it and loving it. But it doesn't always happen that way. And sometimes there's just so many extrinsic things and things that are out of our control that kind of sap our motivation. And we need to have something to draw on in those times to keep us on task. And a lot of that has to do with why are we exercising in the first place? Why does it matter? Why is it so important that I keep showing up even when that motivation is fleeting? And that's what we're going to talk about today. In different phases of my life, the reasons I would work out or exercise have been different. When I was 20, there are very different reasons than now that I'm almost 40. When I was a teenager, there's a very big desire to look okay or look good. There is an intense insecurity, as with most teenagers. I don't think I was unique in that. In my 20s, things changed. I had some health concerns, some chronic pain in my back. So the desire then and the motivator was mostly, I don't want to feel like shit. I don't want to be in so much pain. And that's going to dictate the type of exercise I do, the type of training I would do. Not to mention there's a lot of learning to be done because the traditional way of doing things didn't match up with what was working for me. So there was just a lot of discovery. So the idea in my 20s was let's find a way forward. And in my 30s, when I know I had a young family, it was like, I want to, the pain thing is let's work on not being in pain. But I want to be the most functional, capable father I can be, and husband, and spouse, whatever. So it wasn't necessarily about looking good, though that's always been it's always been there too. I don't want to look like garbage. I like to look okay. But the deeper reasons for showing up were always changing over time. And now I think I'm at a crossroads again where my kids need me. So I want to be physically able to be there for them, carry them up the stairs, whatever it is. Especially, I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they both want me to carry them up the stairs to bed. And they both want me to do it at the exact same time. They're not satisfied being second, so I have to be strong enough to continue to take 2 children up the stairs at the same time. In many ways, that is the training goal right now, is to continue to be capable for as long as possible. All this to say, there are different reasons to show up. The things that are going to motivate you to show up and do your exercise are going to be totally unique. While I do believe there are only so many, categories of reasons, the specifics are going to be different. Like, for example, when I say categories, there's a fear category, which is maybe the biggest one. Fear of not being capable, fear of pain, fear of looking bad, fear of not being accepted. And mine have always been around fear. When I was younger, it was like fear of being an outcast or being unaccepted, like with a lot of teenager stuff. And then it was fear of pain, fear of not being able to get out of pain. And then it shifted to fear of not being a good enough dad or not being able to show up for the different parts of my kids' lives, not being able to participate as much as I wanted to. And that's sort of very much where I am now still. My son is playing soccer. I want to be able to play soccer with him in the backyard and then not to be a problem or not something I need to warm up for or whatever. I want to have that built-in ability and capacity. So this dictates how I show up when I'm trying to take care of myself, when I'm trying to exercise. I'm not thinking first and foremost about how do I get as lean as humanly possible or how do I build as much muscle mass as humanly possible. And I'm not saying these are bad goals. I'm saying these are just not aligned with the reasons, the deeper reasons. So for a lot of people, finding those reasons is going to be beneficial. And I want to give you a tool to help you do that. It's called the 5 Whys exercise. And I've attached below, you can find a link to it. There's no charge or anything. It's something I think could help a lot of people find the underlying reasons of why they might feel they should show up in the realm of personal health and taking care of themselves. When we get a better understanding of the reason, then it's easier to show up. In my experience, it's easier to show up when I realize, okay, me being healthy is going to help me be a better dad. Me working on my ability to squat and have better mobility in my squat makes it easier for me to be on the ground with my kids, playing with them, pick up my toddler off the ground when she wants me to pick her up. Having enough strength to do that as well is very important. So they fit each other. the reasons fit the training fits with the reasons. So 5 whys exercise. To give it very, very bluntly, you can ask yourself, why is this important? And this is not just about fitness. This works for fitness. This works for health-related goals, but it works in any category as well. Why do I have these different goals in my life? So why do I need to get this car? Why do I need to ask this girl out, or whatever it is? But I'm just talking fitness right now. So why do I need to lose 30 pounds? When you can ask yourself that question. I don't look very good. I don't feel very good. I want to, feel better about myself. That's a very surface level reason. And it's not that that could be a great reason for you. That could be all you need to get going and get motivated. But if that's not enough of something that you can hold your hat on, or that you can find some deeper motivation in, maybe we got to go a little bit deeper. And that's why there's 5 whys. So that'd be like why number 1. And then we got to look underneath that why to find why number 2, which is hopefully going to have a little more weight behind it. So for example, I don't think I look very good. I don't think I look very good, so I don't lose some weight. Okay, why is it so important that you look so good? And then we can discover and explore that. Maybe it's something like, well, I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't think I'm going to be attractive enough. I don't think I'm going to be able to attract a mate or whatever. And then you can ask the question again, why is it so important that you attract a mate? And then you're on level 3, and that's usually a little bit more deeper, a little bit more personal. And this is just an example off the top of my head. So like, well, if I can't attract a mate, then I'll be lonely forever, and I'll die alone and very sad. Again, I'm going a little extreme here, but you can chip away at the reasons. It doesn't have to be all 5. You can go 3, 4, 5, whatever, until you find something that's so attached to you, that's so maybe visceral even, that you're like, okay, that is why this matters. We can't always articulate it. Sometimes we feel a pull to something. Like there have been times when I didn't have a clear pull, or I didn't have a clear reason, but I had a pull, like I should be doing something here. And if that's enough, carry on. If this exercise, like I should say this very clearly, if this exercise doesn't help you, ignore it. Don't worry about it. There's other things out there. There's so many things out there. You can get just distracted and bogged down in just choice. So if this is helpful, use it. If it's not, don't. But now that I have a better understanding of the specific reasons, I find I'm able to show up more fully, more quickly, without having to think about it. Like I can't talk myself out of a workout as well as I used to be able to, because I have a reason attached to it. And for myself, I think maybe it's easier. Like I'm a dad, I have 3 kids, and if I can't find a reason, I have to just look around and I see 3 reasons running around for me to be the best version of myself. So I don't have to look that hard to think about showing up today for my workout. Think of what your reasons might be. If you can think of one, okay, go below it, go deeper, find deeper reasons underneath that reason as to why it matters that you show up. I've used the analogy of like a gun in a holster. This reason should be something you can draw when you're feeling like giving up, or you're feeling like, you're not wanting to show up today. You can just pull that quickly. Nope, I have the reasons right here. This is why I have to show up today. I hope this is helpful. If it is, please let me know. And if there's anything unclear, I also want to know so I can make it more clear for you. I'm actually really excited about providing more value here on YouTube and some longer form videos. So please subscribe if you're into health. If you're a dad like me trying to just make it all work somehow, please stick around. We'll have a lot more content like this. Any questions, any suggestions, I'm happy to hear them. Just want to be of service. So have a great day.